Welcome. The message from the streets. Today's topic is, who is Ron Johnson? For those that are not aware or informed, Mr. Johnson is a Republican senator for the state of Wisconsin, a senior Republican senator, a well-known, successful businessman with views that promote the views of former defeated President Donald Trump. He is still carrying on some of the rhetoric of Mr. Trump. So now, Mr. Johnson has made the news recently on account that he stated that the insurrection, the riot at the Capitol, he didn't see it as a armed insurrection, saying that he didn't see, a lot of guns and things of that nature. But the thing about that is that Mr. Johnson, being 65 years old, may not is thinking in the right capacity. A lot of people that come to Washington, D.C. for a particular agenda on January the 6th, not going to be waving their guns and, making it visible for the authorities to see. But we did see different types of weapons. People use flagpoles, fire extinguishers, 2x4s, and anything that they can get their hands on to turn those into weapons. So just because you don't see a visible gun or a firearm doesn't mean that the insurrection riot at the Capitol wasn't an armed act of violence against the Constitution and a possible threat to the members of Congress. Were you there, Mr. Johnson? Because it most likely the position you taking, you wasn't there, so you don't have any concern, or you didn't feel the fear that your colleagues had to endure while this mayhem and madness was going on the outside of the Capitol, promoted by your guy, Mr. Trump. And I know he's your guy because it's obvious that you yourself have been drinking Trump juice. You have been a firm adversary against the people receiving, stimulus, extra stimulus, even though that Donald Trump, after he knew that the Republican Party was turning on him through that $2,000 bone out there, in a sense, it was only to cause confusion, only to make the Republican Party look bad in the eyes of the masses of the people. But because you don't know game and you can't recognize game, you didn't see the game. But there are individuals out here that seen it for what it was. It was a masquerade. It was a maneuver that only was to benefit Mr. Trump. So now, Mr. Johnson, from my perspective, there's a lot of people like him in the government or in these positions in the Senate and high places around the country. And I have nothing against people that is becoming seasoned in their life. But some of these people are dinosaurs. And, there are at least two different types of dinosaurs. They are those that are stuck in the Stone Age and those that are dinosaurs, but they know and comprehend the reality of the day. Mr. Ron Johnson is a dinosaur stuck in the primitive Stone Age, prehistoric time with his thought process, possibly was brought up in the midst and the culture of racism and hatred and or classism. He has been in a situation for years. I don't know his full repertoire, but I am aware that he has access to a lot of money. And that being said, that he has a conservative perspective of hoarding the resources and the finances, within his particular party and the ideology to continue to suppress the have-nots. And that's one of the biggest issues that's going on within the United States, is the oppression of the haves, those that have, and the suppression of the have-not by the oppressive overlords that in the majority of the time are in position of authority within this country. At the end of the day, Mr. Johnson, if you don't have anything intelligent to say, it's best not to say anything at all. And you, sir, are the winner of the Ding-a-Ling of the Week award. You have won it hands down. Have a great day, Mr. Johnson. Hopefully that you can perceive things in a different paradigm and become compassionate of people in generally on a universal perspective, and stop just making a mental alliance with your political group, and make a mental alliance, a spiritual alliance, a humane alliance with the human condition. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to this session, A Message from the Street. And again, today's topic is, who is Ron Johnson? Peace, blessings, and grace be upon you all. Have a great rest of your week, on purpose, with purpose, because life is all purpose.